Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to design the simple coloring book app using just Figma prototyping. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So guys, let me run you through the interface that I have built for this app. I'm calling it like a sketchbook app. So this is the interface, if you can see. Now in this interface you have a back button, you have a logo, you have a save button. You also have a bunch of buttons below. So typically in any painting apps like this, like Procreate and all, you also have a bunch of modes where you can do other things as well. So like it has a brush mode, it has a pen mode, pencil, eraser, text mode. We are not going to animate any icons on the top, and we are also not going to animate any icons on the bottom, which is these this pen, brush and all. So it's not going to be animated. What we are going to animate is basically these colored circles, and we are going to drag these colored circles and drop it in the shapes. So to do this, let me first show you this sketch that we're going to fill. That's the most important part of this entire interaction. And the way I have designed it, the way I have created it is very simple. I got the screenshot from Google, and what I've done is I used my pen tool, and which is here basically P, and then I traced out these shapes basically. So I can show you the shapes here. It's very simple actually. Just use your pen tool and you can do the shapes. The only thing that is important to note here is that everything should be a closed shape. So for example, there's a white fill right now. So this is a closed shape, this body. Just make sure what are the things that you want to fill with that interaction. So that thing should be a closed shape. Even these horns, if you see, I have made them like horn right, horn left. These horns are actually also filled. So see, it's a closed shape actually. I just moved it back on the body so it's not visible entirely, but it's also fully closed shape. So make sure that you do this closed shape properly, and whatever chunks that you want to fill through this interaction should be filled. Now there's another way to get it actually. You can use it Illustrator. So you can create the shapes in Illustrator and copy and paste it in Figma. You can also go to different sites like freepake.com or flaticon.com, and you can get shapes from there as well. And basically you can get that closed shape and you can start filling up there. So I just traced it out, but you can do it that way as well. So after you trace out the shapes, you just club them nicely in different segments. For example, group them nicely. For example, we have horn, horn left, horn right. You have legs, body, eyeball, and then mouth. So I've grouped them like this, and then all these groups, all these body parts, I have grouped them in one big layer called sketch. So that's how our interface is now built. Now let's start building one by one the drag interaction. So we are going to use drag and smart animate to create this interaction. So what I'll do first is I'll just duplicate this artboard. So by the way, the artboard is iPhone 11 Pro. I'll just duplicate the artboard by hitting Alt on my keyboard and then dragging it. Now first what we want is we want to drag the color palette into the shape. So let's assume that we want to fill this big shape first. So what I'll do is what I have also done is I have created these shapes here, these smaller circles and fills, which looks like this. So behind this there we have this color palette, but on top of it I've also created these small circles, which is basically identical, but they don't have the these outlines actually. They don't have any stroke to it. So for example, if you see, so we don't want to move the UI, we want the color to be filled. So that's why I've created this duplicate one. It's exactly the same size, but it doesn't have any shadows or any stroke to it. Okay, so you can do the same thing, just create it for everything. I've created for everyone. I've created for green, I've created for blue, purple, and this one. And then there's also a layer which is behind, which is also the same colors, but it also has a stroke and a shadow to it. Great. So now that we have this drag layer available for us, what I'll do is in the second frame in the first frame I want to start the dragging, and in the second frame I want it and drag it to my shape, which is the shape that we are going to work is this body shape, which is this big shape which is selected here. Okay. Now what is going to happen is, the next step I want is that when I'm dragging, the color should fill the splash from the point where I have dropped the color here. So the color filling should start and it should spread out the entire shape. So to create that interaction, what we need to do is we need to create a separate layer again, and we need to mask it with this body. So let me show you how to do that. So what I'll do is I'll come here in my body section and I'll create a circle. So I'll just quickly create a circle, which is like a small circle, maybe like 10. So this is a circle. What I'll do is I'll just drag this circle in the body group, which is this line here. Okay, and this is a circle. I'm gonna call it fill green maybe. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna drag it in the center of this the green drag that we have created, the green circular drag that we have created earlier, color drag, and I'm just gonna place it here. It's not visible because this green layer is on top of the smaller fill green. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a same color, green, and now what we want is we want that this green to expand and fill this entire thing. So we also need to do a masking. So for that, what I'll do is I'll duplicate this body layer. This is the below one, this is the top one. And the reason I'm duplicating is because once you duplicate a shape, it loses its basically the stroke property. So let me show you what I mean. So I'll first actually hide this one so that it's visible. This is the smaller green that we had. And if I do a masking here, let me show you, use as mask. So as soon as I hit masking, you see that the stroke has gone. So it looks like empty screen, right? So that's what we don't want. So not to do that, what we need to do is we need to duplicate this one and need to make the top layer as a mask. Okay, so this will become our mask, and there's also one more identical layer which will preserve all the boundary. Okay, and we have the green here in the center. Now what we need to do is I'll copy this one again. Sorry, copy and duplicate this one again. And here what I want this top circular drag to disappear anyways because we have dragged it. And the smaller one that we had in the body one, right? We want it to fill the entire shape. So let's make it really big. The circle is there. I'm just going to make it really, really big. So if you see, it's getting masked really well. Okay. So I'm going to make it really, really big so that it fills the entire shape. Okay. And the point of starting will be this area because I have placed the smaller circle here, and the same circle is going to expand. Now if you see my body, behind body, the stroke is hidden because the top is exactly same as the behind one. So what I'll do is I'll disable the stroke on the body one, on the body that has created as a mask. So now you're able to see the stroke from the below layer, but see it's now has become thin because it's from center and the top layer is masking that. So what I'll do is I'll just make it outside so that we preserve the stroke as it is. Now if you see, since making it from inside to outside stroke, the shape becomes slightly more bigger. So it will also give us a very nice effect when we fill the color, that the shape expands a slight bit, and will give the user a feedback that this is the exact shape that you want to fill color in. Okay, so I think we are almost done with our thing. What I'll do is I'll just quickly wire up this prototype and show you how it looks. Go to prototyping mode, and what we want will come here, and the green drag is selected. I'll drag an animation to here. We want it on drag. We want to navigate to the second screen. Smart animate is out 300 milliseconds. Perfect. Okay. Now we want from second artboard, what we want, as soon as we have stopped dragging, the color should automatically fill. So we don't want any interaction from our side. So we'll do it automatic. So we'll come here, we'll set it at after delay, navigate to, and we don't want instant. We obviously want smart animate so that we can see that color filling it up. And we want to give it a slightly bigger time because 300 milliseconds is slightly faster. So 400 milliseconds will give us enough time to see the entire thing scale up quickly. Okay. Let me now just quickly see how it looks like. Okay, so this is there, and I want to drag it here. Yeah, perfect. It works really nice. But if you see, when I started dragging, I was able to see that green circle, small circle that we have already placed for filling. So to make it disappear, what we'll do is we'll come to the second screen. We'll go to the body one. Okay. And this fill green, I'll make it 0 opacity so that we don't see that smaller circle expanding in this stage. Okay. So, and in the third one anyway, we have hidden the drag layer. Okay. So let's quickly see it again, how it looks like. So I'm gonna drag the first color here. See, there's no green circle, and when I stop the drag, it fills up, and also the shape slightly expands the way I said the stroke expands. Okay. So this is how it is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat the same process for all the other shapes. I may want to change the center one to purple maybe. So I'm just going to speed this bit up, and I'll just quickly fill up the entire thing, and we'll come back after doing this. And I'll prototype the same way. I'll prototype and wire the same thing in the same exact way for all the other shapes. So I'm going to fill it for the horns, I'm going to fill it for the eyes, lips, and the legs. Okay. So let me do that and speed this bit up. So guys, we have wired up the entire prototype. Let's see how it looks on my phone. Awesome. So guys, I hope you liked today's video. I really had fun creating this small sketch app. I really like this coloring book app. But I built it for coloring app. You can extend this idea to potentially anything. The main thing here is drag interaction and auto animate. You can use it even for something like a home decor app where you want to change the color of the walls. You can also do it for e-commerce app where you want to give users a customization option where they can drag and drop different materials to a particular product. So the uses are endless, but the principle remains the same. And that's it guys, that's it for today. I'll be bringing up more and more tutorials in my upcoming videos, so do subscribe for it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.